Steven Seagal in
Steven Seagal's attack force.
And if not, you can always kill us, sir.
I'm thinking about that already. Y'all about to cut your teeth now, let me tell you something.
What is going on?
Steven Seagal wrote this beauty.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he wrote
which
it.
is why it was one of the ones I thought we should do.
Just to
sooner
see
rather than
what
later.
he
So we
can
can take a different angle on our critique.
I think his films are best when he's in charge of everything. I think.
There's just two things you need to know about Marshal Lawson. One is he's a bad motherfucker. And two, he's a bad motherfucker.
Oh, you can tell Seagal wrote that.
Steven Seagal plays Marshal Lawson.
It's just so lazy. Yeah. Marshal Lawson.
The man walks with an air of confidence it's rarely seen in this day and age.
So three of this strike team that Seagal is working with decide they need to go out for a bit of R&R, you know, just sort of relax before their big mission.
And quite subtly to let you know, they announced that they need to go to a titty bar.
Yeah, we were thinking of going to a titty bar.
I ain't getting no love and I'm too old for love.
I was expecting it.
To go to a titty bar.
In a Seagal early film that he wrote,
true.
yeah.
Oh, there's no tits on display, actually, in the titty bar. Clearly he didn't push hard enough for that bit.
Oh, he wasn't in the scene, was he? Stephen's not there for the titties. Then the titties don't need to be out.
Listen, director, I've worked with many of them before. We got a titty bar? No titties.
But Stephen, they specifically reference.
Stephen is not there, you don't see titty.
I can't deal with the fact that Steven Seagal seems to turn into a Chinese Marlon Brando.
This is the best day of my life! Yeah!
Oh, he's going to die.
So the three soldiers meet a lovely young lady of negotiable affection who they decide to take back to their hotel. It doesn't really turn out that well for them because she murders all of them in quite an aggressive fashion. In fact, I think she reaches through a wall.
Oh, she does. She goes full RoboCop.
Seagal, so Marshal Lawson, and his mate Dwayne, they bust in to the hotel room quite quickly. They don't go down to reception to find out what happened. Oh, could you open the door for us, please?
Well, yeah. Stephen's doing that, is he?
No, he's not. Though one of them's sort of propped up like he's leaning like this.
That's because he'd been there all day and he was like, fuck this, I'm picking an angle where I can actually sit up.
I do wonder sometimes if people just regret the choices they make.
Pick a death position and he's like, oh, this looks really great. Then
yeah.
3 hours later, he's like, fuck.
Yeah. They don't really find anything out, I don't think. Sorry, I was going to have to check my notes.
That's all right, mate.
So yeah, they go to the bar to find out what has happened, see if they can learn anything about what's happened to their comrades. They do not. They get the club owner arrested because he's just a bit of a smarmy prick.
Yeah, like, as soon as you meet him, you're like, you could have just played this off quite coolly and no one would have cared, but you're such a little smarmy shit. Bring him in, boys.
So they sort of talk to him. Well, I was going to say they interrogate him, but they don't really interrogate him. He basically just spills all of the beans.
Because right now you are dealing with me.
Dwayne, meet CTX. CTX, meet Dwayne.
So how does it work, this CTX?
It turns out that he developed this drug because he's like some scientist man who develops drugs, and he did it for the military, and he tells them that it gives everybody superhuman strengths and reactions and makes them a little bit murderous, and that actually him and his little spooky gang of spooky people are going to release it into the water supply of the local area.
Why here?
Like when you experiment, you need to test.
When I was in the army, I had access to as many guinea pigs as I wanted. Soldiers, for research. I have no idea how many soldiers gave up their lives for science.
Just does it. Just tells them all. And that it makes people a bit stabby. Dwayne, in not his finest hour, despite knowing that this drug turns people into like very strong, super sort of psychopaths, decides to threaten him with it. So he just told you that it makes him like go crazy killer and he's going to inject him with it. Is that what's happening?
It's not even a threat. He literally just says, I'm going to inject you with this. pretty much, and then just injects him with it.
Which is then how Arun escapes, unsurprisingly.
Need a light?
Oh my god. So we know then that Arun and whoever he's working with is going to release this in... Again, we don't really know why he's going to release it into the water supply. He just is.
It's because it's the bad thing to do.
Seagal, Dwayne and Tia, who is his squeeze in this one.
Oh, I don't want to have to watch him get off on someone.
Do you think at this point he's definitely considered a bit of a sex symbol, though, right?
No.
The three of them, they just go off and hunt them down, and that's about the end of it. It's all a bit underwhelming.
Marshal, we have one escapee heading away on a motorcycle.
Roger that. I have a visual. He's turned towards the north.
Who said that?
Was that him?
That wasn't him, was it?
During watching this, it was all a bit boring, and then there was a bit of mayhem.
Roger that.
That's not Seagal's voice.
No.
Steven Seagal's opening lines of this movie are quite clearly dubbed.
The consequences are the same, no matter how you look at it. I mean, we made the treaties, they broke them, and now you...
What did you buy?
Yeah, someone got very upset about it.
Yeah, I got very upset about it. I don't know if I can watch this.
It definitely sounds like it's been dubbed.
Yeah.
It definitely has been dubbed, there's no question.
Okay. Children?
That's not Seagal's voice. I'm not watching a Seagal movie that hasn't got Seagal in it.
Well, he's in it.
Not properly. What we've been made to sit through was essentially a shit Steven Seagal movie that had been dubbed into another language and then dubbed back into English without people's voices. Because I've watched movies like that before.
Yeah.
Where you got like a hooky pirate copy. It's been translated into a foreign language. This was while we were away in like Thailand. You know, that's just how they watch movies.
You can do anything in Thailand. It's okay back here, isn't it?
Well, of course you can. That's what you go for, isn't it?
Oi, sir! I've got some merchandise that's definitely up your street.
Buy a pirate DVD and you're inviting crime into your neighbourhood.
Of course you can. That's what you go for, isn't it?
7 minutes in is when we actually hear Seagal's actual voice.
Here's to what might could be a real good team.
The film we were watching that is actually being produced is not the film that they shot. The original plot of the movie was that they were alien vampires from space who we guess will then go on a murderous rampage of some description.
Probably some sort of world domination.
All of the drugs content and story was literally pushed by all of the characters who weren't Seagal that they could afford to bring back to reshoot and basically change the storyline. I wish you would have released whatever awful thing he wrote and put to screen, because you lose out on his acting because they cut scenes of him out, which there must have been... bucket loads of it. They cut out all his writing, so all of the dialogue between characters, like that stuff would have been awful, and like it's just all gone. So in the end, it's like he's in it, but they've taken his flavour out.
Release the Harvester cut because it was called the Harvester,
and now all I can think of is salad bars.
Yeah,
same.
Harvester, eating out has never been so good.
We've been monitoring this area for more than 6 months. Because a top-level majestic researcher went AWOL.
Let me ask you something.
That's then where we realised the bit with Arun and his interrogation is just there to explain this new plot.
It's an exposition dump.
He seems to have this superhuman strength as well.
Yeah. I think that's just Seagal, though.
It's just Seagal.
He had that, whether they were vampires or not.
Yeah.
You do actually see him take a punch in this, at least. Because that doesn't often happen in Seagal films. You don't often see him take a punch.
This is quite an early one, though, isn't it?
Early.
2006 this came out.
There we go, yeah. So 2006, he was still thinking to himself, well, I probably can't beat up all of the aliens.
He does have an amazing fight in this.
Does he?
Really shows off
amazing.
His skills as a flippity flapper.
Oh, it looks so bad, doesn't it?
He moves so quick when he does his slaps, right? And I don't think he actually does. I think they speed it up a little bit. But he moves so quick, and he's such a large and like
lumbering.
He looks
man.
like a big large guy. So the fact that he does it so quick, it does sort of shock you into being slightly impressed when he goes for it.
You know what, man? I'll bet you if I reach in your pocket, yeah.
What is this?
Well, see now, naval intelligence. I'm disappointed. You lied to me.
At no other point in these films, or this film or any other film, do you see him move much.
That's what it is.
And he mostly sits down in this one. Or I don't say mostly sits down in this one, but he doesn't move much again.
Well, he's not in much of this film. I imagine he moves a lot in Harvester.
He has one breath per line.
Whoever did this or whatever did this, they're good.
Like the breath is forcing the words out.
Yeah, well, that might be, but it was an assassination. That's for sure.
That doesn't surprise me because he doesn't even really act either. So it doesn't surprise me that he has to just squeeze one line out in a breath because he doesn't even really act. His face doesn't even particularly move.
Because of the rewrites, this turns Seagal into a bit of a really nasty person. That's it, stab her.
In the heart for some reason.
She's on drugs. Cocaine kills kids. So instead of now beating up alien vampires, right, where you're like, who cares, they're from another planet, he's now really nastily killing drug addicts.
Yeah.
I finally met my match. A female drug addict.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, people on bath salts and whatever, you kind of want to, you don't. But when you've tied them, as Dave affectionately called, the chair.
The bed, right? Can you please?
That's the correction he wanted to make.
You got a plan?
Look at how they've got her on that table. It's just like a fucking table. Why would they have the legs apart?
No, you're just trying to cancel yourself. You're trolling right now.
Look at her.
Oh, that is bad though. And he just
he stabs her in the chest, doesn't he? Yeah.
It's just like, oh no, that's not.
Yeah.
No, but
now
he doesn't. He doesn't
her.
just stab her in the chest because she breaks her arm free from the thing, and she's got him round the throat before he stabs her in the chest.
It was defence.
So it's total self-defence. I mean, to be fair, he really did provoke her into lifting her arm up because I think he was being quite unkind to the drug-addled woman who strapped to a bed. That's hot.
No, he's a drug addict, Dave.
Oh yeah, that's true. He hasn't come off nice in any of his movies.
No, he looks like a prick in all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not unjustified.
I've got no idea what's going on.
I think there's a reason. It's because this is two films simultaneously.
Both of them are shit. So bad. I'm so glad I fell asleep for the lot. It was only 10 minutes of it I missed, but I felt like it was my saving grace.
No.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I missed it. What happened?
Right. Score?
Nothing. Don't watch this. It's rubbish.
I am giving it half. Purely because the people that I think would watch this, hopefully, are people that have seen this first, so they understand the context of going into it.
In that case, you will all die. I promise you.
No, but I'll take this bitch. Dwayne, watch the back door.
That's my Seagal.
It's not though, is it?
Yeah. There is fun in sitting with you guys going, oh, I wonder what that was meant to be. Oh, this is because of this. Oh my God, this is terrible that this happened. It's so funny.
All right, on that logic, I'll upgrade mine to a half.
Even without all of that, the slapping scene is pretty funny.
If I didn't know about the edit and all of that stuff, it would definitely get nothing. I'm going to give it 2 because I kind of enjoyed the spectacle of watching something that isn't supposed to be what has been filmed.
We're fucked, don't we? I don't think so. You think we have a chance?
What? About what? He's worried about people who are on drugs.
They're not. They're worried about space Vampire aliens.
But that's the only reason, not because the film is entertaining in any way.
So Attack Force gets a 3 out of 15.
Quick maths.
Way better than I thought. So that's it. If you want to see another Steven Seagal film, there's one here we did. This one was funny. This was Kill Switch. And then this side is one of the other ones. I don't know.
Sniper.
Yeah, Sniper. So please like and subscribe, and we'll do another one of these again.
Okay.